Hey guys, and welcome back. And today I want to talk about, a few of you might have seen on my social media, I posted a picture of quite a large number of memory cards that I've collected over the last few years. Rather than wipe it and reuse it, I just buy a new memory card, and I ended up with loads. And I've still got loads, to be fair. But I wanted to try something different. I wanted to, instead of just keeping hold of them and whatever, I put all the pictures and things onto memory sticks, and I went into CEX, which is a UK sort of buying, selling place, and they also do sort of part exchange and things like that. And I went in to the store in Barnstable near me, and I took in 72 memory cards ranging from 2 gig, 4, 8, 16, 32 and 64 gig. There was a selection of each. And I wanted to see what I could get in voucher and what I could replace it with, get something that I'd use. And there wasn't a great deal in the store that I wanted, other than a MacBook. And it's an old MacBook, it's 2010, and it's it's just a MacBook. It's not a MacBook Pro or anything like that. It's the white unibody one. And so it's a 9-year-old computer, and I thought, it was £190, and I thought, well, I'm never going to get anywhere near that with these memory cards. But I took them in anyway, and funny enough, those 72 memory cards came to £183 in voucher. So this MacBook actually only cost me £10, and I also got a Magic Mouse, which was another 30. So I think it was £38 I had to pay towards it in the end. And I've got it here, and I just wanted to see if a 9-year-old MacBook is still any good and whether it's usable. I got it just for the nostalgia and the fact that in theory it only cost me like a tenner, so even if it's rubbish, I haven't lost a lot of money. So let's have a look at it, and I'm going to show you what I've done. I'm really blown away by this MacBook. It's 9 years old and I'm really impressed, so let's have a quick look at it. So then guys, here it is, the 2010, it's a late 2010 MacBook, and it's it's the old unibody one, the white unibody, and believe it or not, this silicone case here, or cover for the keyboard, is actually from my 2017 MacBook Air. So that just goes to show how little these have changed over the years, because that keyboard layout is exactly the same size and layout as my MacBook Air. So already off to a good start. Now let's look at the specs on this particular one. And as you can see, it's not exactly slow. It's it does the job. It's I mean, it's not the quickest machine in the world, but then at the same time, it's not. Let's go back in. There we go. So there it is. It's running the latest OS version 10.13.6. It's a 13-inch mid 2010. It's a 2.4 GHz Intel Core 2 Duo, and being the Core 2 Duo, it's actually a 64-bit operating system, and I'll show you why that was important to me in a minute. 4 GB RAM, and it's got a 320M GeForce graphics card, and a 256 GB hard drive. Just find where we are. Storage. That one, and there we go, 250 GB, which I believe I can upgrade. But as I say, for the price of the machine, I'm quite happy with that, because most of the stuff I have is actually on an external hard drive anyway. So now this is where things get good, because obviously I've got iMovie on there, I've got all the latest software and things, so it's not incapable of running software. And if I go into Finder, Applications, this is what I was surprised about. I've actually got the entire Adobe CS6 Creative Suite on there, and it hasn't affected the performance at all. This is off a Time Machine backup from my other Mac, because I've got the whole setup on there as well. you know, it's not super speedy at loading them, but bear in mind this is nearly a 10-year-old machine. I'm quite impressed with the fact that it runs them at all, let alone, you know, at what speed. I mean, it's not, as I say, it's not, you know, mind-numbingly slow, but at the same time it's not, you know, lightning fast like some of my other computers that I've got. I mean, there's an awful lot of plugins that this has to run as well, so it's doing really well, and I'm quite impressed, to be fair. And as I say, it's going to prove me slightly wrong now, isn't it? I mean, it is updating a load of apps as well at the same time, so it is trying to do several things at once at the minute. Come on. I mean, this device here is primarily is going to be for sort of my YouTube stuff, video editing and stuff, just small videos though, because obviously, oh, there we go. So as I say, it's handling Illustrator fine, you know, it runs it. As I say, it's not as quick as some of the newer machines, but you know, this is a completely outdated machine now, if you like. I mean, it does run the latest OS and stuff like that, so I mean, it's not awful by any standard. I mean, you know, I can, you know, it runs this software really well. There we go. So it's running Illustrator fine. I'm not going to play around with it too much because obviously I'm one-handed at the minute. Let's see if I can. There we go. So as you can see, runs it absolutely fine, and that did surprise me. I mean, I know the fact that it's you know, it is a 64-bit, so it will run the Creative Suite, no problem at all. But I was just surprised that it did, and did it so well. To be fair, I was expecting it to be really clunky. Right, so as I say, it's running the latest sort of softwares, so it isn't really out of date. It can still handle modern software and stuff like that, so that's really good. And if we go into iTunes now, I've just bought a couple of films on iTunes, so what we'd do is, I'm not going to play the whole film, let's watch the trailer, but you can see, I mean, it's quite smooth, it's running it.
My father was a lighthouse keeper.
Sounds good.
My mother was a queen.
Picture's good. I mean, bearing in mind you're looking at it through me recording it from another device. But look, no lag in the voices or the mouth movement.
Arthur is talking to the fish.
Really good. And there we go, guys, you got the free trailer now for Aquaman. But yeah, I'm really impressed with the machine. Actually, it's handling really well, and you know, there's no lag in it as such. I mean, if you're expecting lightning fast, then you are looking at the wrong machine. Bearing in mind this is 9 years old. I mean, Apple really did, whenever they launch a product, it's future-proof really. I mean, alright, if you went out and bought a brand new MacBook Pro, it is going to be much quicker than this. The performance is going to be much better. But the fact, I mean, this is running, you know, it's got the latest OS and the latest software. I mean, High Sierra, there we go. You know, it's capable of running it, it runs it well, and you know, what more can you say really? But the fact that it cost me, I mean, this was, if I was paying full price, £190, which is about $220, $230, something like that, for a mid-2010 MacBook. I think that's quite reasonable, you know. And then, as I say, I part exchanged something that I was never going to use again, which was just sat in a cupboard, and replaced it with something that is usable, very usable. It's not, you know, obsolete at all. Still usable, and I paid less than £10 for it, if you look at it that way. So really happy with the machine, happy with the way it runs. And the great thing is as well with CEX, you get a 2-year warranty. So if this does go wrong at any time now, between now and 2 years time, I can take it back in, I can get another voucher, or they'll replace it or repair it. So, you know, I've got a really good machine for next to no money, just by part exchanging small memory cards. And yeah, I think that's great, really. And I mean, as you can see, I mean, it's not super slow, it goes through the apps well. You know, you can just open up iMovie. I've not tried that one yet. Generally, I mean, on my phone I've been editing all my YouTube videos with iMovie, and you know, I don't know how this is going to handle it, but if it handles the Adobe software, then it's going to be fine with iMovie. I mean, this is the only thing, is it does take a couple of minutes just to load a big app. If you're just flicking through stuff, browsing the web, that sort of thing, you know, it's quite seamless, and it works really well. I mean, iMovie's now up. So I'll tell you what we'll do is, if we open up Safari, iMovie. So yeah, I mean, I generally use iMovie for all my editing. So there we go, that's iMovie, it's fine, get rid of that. What was I doing? Oh yeah, YouTube. Right, so there's the browser, runs Safari fine. Return. I need to obviously edit all this, get on my I'd say I've only had it a couple of hours, and I basically you know, since I've been back, I've just put my software on there, and that's been about it really. So we're going for YouTube. As I say, it's not instant like, you know, a brand new one, but I mean, it's not. I mean, it's glass touchpad, but you do actually have to click. So yeah, so YouTube touchpad's fine, works well. Be rude not to find myself, wouldn't it? And helps if I can spell my own YouTube channel. Right, let's see if we can find me. There I am. Yeah, thanks for all the subscribes as well. Up to 27 now, which is, you know, amazing really. I didn't think I'd ever get to that, but I'm glad someone's liking my videos. You can see, I mean, it's not slow at all, really. This is when it proves me wrong. So yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy with that, really. So if you are looking at an old Mac and you're on a budget, you know, as long as you get the right spec, definitely go for Core 2 Duo and not just Core Duo, because the Core Duo runs on a 32-bit, and a lot of apps these days and a lot of programs and things won't really work with 32-bit. You need 64, and that was the only reason I went for this in the end, because it was definitely 64-bit, being the Core 2 Duo. So yeah, but as you can see, perfectly usable machine, and I'm really happy with it. It's got the MagSafe charger and the light up logo on the back, which There we go. Really good nick. You know, there's no damage on it. There's no major scratches that I can see. You know, a little bit of dirt around the trackpad, but I'll give that a good clean later and go from there. As I say, this silicone cover came off my MacBook Air, and the keys, other than it was needing a quick clean, it's perfectly fine, and yeah, really happy with it. So no reason to be afraid of older products, especially when it comes to Macs. They generally build them to be future proof, and I'm really happy with this, so worth a go. Hope you enjoyed that. A slightly different video, but you know, I hope it gave you an idea of what you can get for what money, and the fact that it's still usable. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next video.